Peake y yo en Kallman de Oracle. Ellos estuvieron en el evento de 2017 en Colombia y quiero aprovechar para tomarles algunas preguntas y pues podamos compartir algo de su conocimiento y algo interesante relacionado con Oracle. Bueno, empecemos. How Oracle updated itself? Who was the idea to create it?
How much time do you have? Do I have to answer in a minute? The idea ultimately came from my vice president, Michael Peake. He was the author of something called WebDB. He went out to Oracle headquarters to productize this in the mid-1990s. And the interesting thing about WebDB is it followed the concepts of Apex a little bit in that you would drive your browser to build a report or a chart or a form, and it would generate a PL/SQL package that you would then call that PL/SQL package, and it would render the report or the chart. So it wasn't metadata driven, it was a code generator. It would generate the code, then you'd call the procedure, and there you go. And in 1999, I was Mike's only employee. We were in pre-sales, we weren't in product development at all. And Mike, my boss, was asked to build an HTML calendar for all of Oracle. Oracle was deprecating some old system that we used for mail and calendaring, and we needed a replacement system. And since my basically the product development folks approached my vice president, Michael Hitchcock, and said, nobody knows HTML tools better than you in the company. Can you build a calendar for Oracle using this thing called WebDB? And we looked at it for 3 days. He was the creator of WebDB, and he said, reset. No way, can't do it. You can build a report or a chart or a form, but you can't build a cohesive application. And so we had the choice at that time of either writing by hand a calendar application for Oracle, or build a framework to then build the calendar. So Mike started the framework for an application flow, and then I created this calendar data model and application for Oracle, and we were done in 3 months, and rolled it out to the company, and it was used by 25,000 users. It was an internal-only system. And that thing lived for about 4 years inside Oracle, and they replaced it with something else, and out of it we got the framework which ultimately became Apex, which is what it is today. That's right, that's right. I always joke about this for anybody who says it's so difficult to program with the application builder in Apex. Understand when we started, there wasn't any web front end to build the application, right? So there was this data model that Mike was working on, and if I wanted to create a new page or create a region on a page, I did it with manually crafted insert statements. That was the builder at the time.
What did you expect from Oracle Apex before you came to Colombia or South America? Did you expect something or not at all?
So this is our first time for both Joel and I to be in Colombia. It worked out from a timing perspective for us to come here, and really we're looking to see where we can grow the Apex community by getting out there, presenting, encouraging people to come to the conference. And so, to be honest, we had very low expectations because we really didn't know what to expect because we hadn't been here before.
What do you think now?
I think there's a lot of potential that I would love to see Apex get into more of the universities. I was actually a little disappointed that we were presenting at the universities because there was no students. When I was in Panama, they had lots and lots of students, probably 80 or 90 students there. And so it's really good for us to get in front of students because that's our future, is to train the students in SQL, in PL/SQL, in technologies like Apex.
Sorry, can I address that a little bit as well, do you mind? Sorry. is rather than us spend our finite time in those places where Apex is doing great, right? Apex is doing great in Germany, in the Netherlands, in the United Kingdom, and a large part of the United States. And we would rather go to those communities which one could use our help. But secondly, we came here to learn and listen from what people want to do, right? So we wanted to find what are their pain points. Is there an opportunity for us here, and what can we do to serve them? So this was really a big learning opportunity for us to come here. And I think there is great opportunity here and a lot of interest.
Okay, the last one. Can you share a fun fact story related with Producto?
Okay, I'll go first on this. So the fun fact I have is I was in Oracle Consulting, and I was doing a forms project, and I'd come to the end of the forms project, and I was a team manager, so I managed a lot of developers, and I was looking around, and there was Java, and if it wasn't for Apex, this little project that happened to be at a law enforcement agency that needed someone with PL SQL experience, then I wouldn't be doing Apex today. I would be leading a Java development team, which would be very scary. Don't you agree, John? That would be scary.
That would be a horror story.
It would be, for me and for them.
I have a fact. It's up to you if you want to consider it fun. But when anybody asks, does Oracle itself use Apex? My vice president was on a mission this past year to let's actually calculate all the instances that Oracle itself manages. How much is Apex used across the company? And he had this very aggressive goal. He wanted to record that in a year's time there were 1 billion pages of just Oracle managed instances. And I thought, the guy's crazy, we'll never hit it. And it was, I think, in May of this year, for the rolling 12 months, there were 1 billion page views on Oracle managed instances. So internally, externally, in the cloud, 1 billion, not a million. And I just checked it recently, and for the last 12 months, we're up to 1.17 billion for the last year. So Apex dominates internal app dev. Is that a fun fact?
It's exciting.
If Oracle uses at that time, why we can use it?
Right. And understand that it's not just massive systems. There's some applications that people wrote that it's used by 5 or 10 people, but it's still better that it's in an IT managed database. And instead of using spreadsheets, they're operating quite easily. There's Apex applications used by 5 people. There are Apex applications used by all 135,000 employees.
Okay, I really want to thank you both you and Colombia. It's a great compliment for me today, and I hope this is not the last time that you can.
We hope to come back as well.
Yeah, we hope to come back, and I really had no expectations of Colombia. And if you ask what am I walking away with from Colombia, I never knew it was so beautiful.